Hello, thank you for buying your motorhome from MG Caravans. This is going to be a handover video. We're going to start from the outside. So this is your main water filler for the motorhome. You put the key in, twist it up, and then you just fill it up with the water. This is your toilet. You just got to make sure the flap inside is closed, and you just pull it out to empty it, and the flush works off the onboard tank. This is your flue for your water heater. You don't need to worry about it, you don't need to touch it, you just leave it. This is your waste drain for your waste tank. So once you're finished with it, you pop open that and then twist the tap, and then it starts to drain out the bottom. This is an exterior locker into the rear garage. You can store stuff in here as and when you want. That is your dual reversing camera, and these are 2 bars for a bike rack if you would like one. This is the entrance to the garage in the back, like the other side, it's just a bit bigger. This is your gas locker. You open it up, just inside here, all you do is to switch the gas on, is just twist it. Like so. This is where you plug the mains into the motorhome. And just plug it into there. What we do is we'll go into the motorhome now. This is your main isolation button. So when the van is in storage and not being in use, you need to have it off like it is at the moment. Then when you first go to the van, what you do is you press this button, you get a beep, and that activates a control panel above the door. So the main switch for the control panel is this one here. Switch this one on, and then just select which lights you want. So you have your warning light, the dimmer lights, which you can set at different dimmer levels. And then this one here switches all the other lights on, which are all separately switched around the motorhome. This here is your alarm unit. So that's where the alarm's based. Just here you have your trip switches and the 12-volt fuses. It tells you on the bit of paper underneath which one does which. When you are plugged into the mains, these 2 will light up, so just keep them on, and you don't need to worry about switching them on and off, just leave them on and that's absolutely fine. When you go to use the water, what you do is you just got to make sure that your fresh tank bungles in, which if you just lift and undo this, it's actually at the bottom of that, so it's actually plugged in at the moment. So when you finish with the motorhome, you just need to make sure that you pop that open so that it drains the fresh water. So just here we have your drain tap for your hot water tank. So in the position it's in at the moment, the water will stay in the tank. If you lift it up into the vertical position, it will drain the tank down. So you need to make sure that you close that on every time you use the water, and you open it up every time you're finished on your holiday. So once you're filling up your onboard tank, you can just see here that I've got it half full at the moment. So each bar indicates how full it is, so there's 4 bars, so it's half full at the moment. So then what we do then is, once the taps are all closed like I've showed you, if you press this one here, it's the pump button, and then if you have your tap open on the hot side, what it will do is it will bleed the water through through to the tap. And then once you get a consistent flow like that, just shut it off, and then just open your shower tap, and your toilet is run from the freshwater tank as well. This is your cooker. To use the cooker, what you do is you lift the glass lid, you push and twist the knob, press it igniter button until you get a nice flow of gas come through. Just let it go and it will stay lit. And you just repeat the process for the other two hobs, your grill and your oven. So here we have your fridge. So to switch the fridge on, we press and hold this one, and then we just select the power source that you want. So at the moment it is switched on to gas, so it'll automatically ignite on gas. This one here sets the temperature, and if you just press the source you want, so that one is running off the 240 volt. That one there will be running off the engine once the engine is running to the vehicle. If you press this down, you can open the door, and then just here you have your winter catch, so when you're not using the fridge you have that out, and then what it does is it leaves the door open slightly onto the fridge, and you just press and hold this one to switch it off. So we just move on to your heating. What we do is we press the knob, and then you just select what you want. So with the home flashing at the moment, you're telling it that you want the heating on, so you just turn it up to the temperature you want, like so. Come down onto this one and you select the power source. You've got gas, mix 1 which is gas and electric, mix 2 which is gas and 2 kilowatts of electric, electric 1 which is 1 kilowatt of power, electric 2 which is 2 kilowatt of power. We'll just leave it on gas for a moment. Select the fan speed, so you've got eco, high, and you just select which one you want, and then you'll get the heating from there. To do the hot water, what you do is you go to the water symbol and just select which one you want. So you've got eco, hot or boost. If you put it on boost, it will shut the heating off. If you leave it on eco, you can run it together. And then what you do is you click that, check your power supply again, so we'll just leave it on gas, and then that will warm up the hot water. If you want the heat, you can run the hot water on its own, so just make sure that the heating's turned right down to 0, so then you're switching off the heating, and then that is just hot water only now. This is your alarm fob for the sergeant alarm. What you do is you press this button. 1 beep is to activate, 2 beeps is to disactivate. The top one does the torch, the bottom one does the program modes, which is all in the instructions, and this one's is not applicable to your van.